Hi, my loves. Happy New Year to you all, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be putting you guys through the acrylic application process, the 3 bead, 2 bead, and 1 bead method to see which is preferable for you, which is faster, and why to do, like either of the bead methods. Anyways, these are my natural nails. I've prepped them and I'm just applying cuticle oil. I am actually trying to grow my natural nails. So I'm applying cuticle oil. I did apply cuticle oil. Sorry, it is lavender infused. And I'm sorry if my voice is quite husky. I was ill for a while, about last week, and I'm still recovering. Anyways, I just applied peel off base coat on my nails and I've cured in the lamp for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to cure on my nail tips. I'm using that OPI base coat, and then yes, the little hands popping out here and there is my son. He's helping me hold the flash lamp in place so that I could cure my tips on. Alright, I'm going to do all of this and then I'll come back to you guys when I'm done. Yes, and I am done. I'm just trimming off the excess length. I want to make a coffin shape. Great thing about these tips is that once you've trimmed down, like the pointy end from this from the tips, you have like a very nice coffin shape that you don't need to like file or anything like that. Okay, so you guys, I'm done. These are what my nails look like, trim down the excess length, and I'm going to use this glaze powder for today's tutorial. I really like this powder, actually. I really do like it. And then I've got my monomer in there. I'm just taking out the bubbles from my brush, and now we're going to begin. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off by doing the 3 bead method. So usually with the 3 bead method, you want to pick medium sized beads, and then you want to place your bead where your nail tip and your natural nail meets. So you're basically dividing your nail into 3 sections: the free edge, the nail bed, and then there's a cuticle area. Okay, so my room is a bit cold, so my beads are a tad bit runny, but I still managed to move them around. So now I'm just feathering this bead down to the free edge like I would normally do. Alrighty, so this bead is going down pretty easy and quickly. I'm going to go in with my next bead now to fill up my nail bed, and then you want to place it just on your nail bed, right? Just there is fine for me. That's where I place mine, and I'm going to feather it into the free edge or into the rest of the nail like I did earlier. And then my last bead, my cuticle bead, you want to place it an inch or just a little bit, sorry, an inch is a bit too much, just a little bit away from the cuticle, and then you want to push your bead into the cuticle area of that nail and then just smoothing the rest of the product. Now you want to check from the sides to see that you've got like a perfectly built nail, nice structure and all. There is no place that needs to be patched. If there is, you want to quickly address that. And yeah, the 3 bead method is great because it really does help with the structure of the nail. As a beginner, you can have like an even amount of nail. Okay, so now I'm going in with the 2 bead method on this hand. Now as you guys see, I picked up a much larger bead compared to when I was doing the 3 bead method, medium sized beads. Picked up a much larger bead. Now I'm going to feather it, and I placed it right where I would have placed my nail bed bead in coat. Okay, and I'm going to work all the way from the nail bed down to the free edge with that same bead. Okay, so when you're doing this method, if you really want to stick to doing 2 beads, you want to make sure that you pick up the appropriate amount of bead, and usually as you've worked over time, you would be able to get the amount that you need just right. Now I'm going in with my cuticle bead, less larger than the one I picked earlier, and placed just a little away from the cuticle, and I'm going to work it into the rest of the nail. Okay, so I got a bit carried away over there, and that's why my product was like smearing into my side walls, but I was able to quickly catch it up and clean up very neatly. So that's another thing when you're working with very large beads. You don't want to get carried away so that you can work very neatly. Alrighty, so we've gotten the 2 bead and the 3 bead method out of the way. Now we're going to try 1 bead on this finger. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to pick up a very large bead, just like that one, you guys. And then I placed my very large bead just on my nail bed, and I'm going to start working. Now here's a little advice when you're doing 1 bead method. You want to make sure that your client's nail is angled downwards so that gravity can pull the product downwards. If your client's nail is hanging flat, straight up, or in a funny way, the product will spill or flow in that direction, and you don't want that. So I did place the bead just on my nail bed, and I pushed into the cuticle, and now I'm just going to start feathering down to the free edge, and I'm still angling my nails downwards, like I said, so that the product can flow, you know, in the direction of the free edge actually. And there it is, you guys. 1 bead method is really fast when you've mastered it. It would work, it would, you would work like really quickly. You'll be done like doing all of the fingers in no time. Well, usually people in salons, the reason people are very particular about, like the amount of beads they want to do and all of that is majorly for people who work in salons and have to work quickly because of the amount of people, like waiting for their turn in the nail salon. So you would want to work fast and efficient, and usually 1 bead method does that for you, helps you work fast. 1 bead, 2 bead method does that for you, but it does take a lot of practice to be able to work with a very large bead. And then it also does have to do with the quality of the product as well, because if you're working with a powder that somehow is a bit too runny or doesn't set too quickly, that sets very slowly, you would have time, after working so quickly, you'd realize that your products haven't set. So there's also that about that. Alrighty, so I'm just going to finish up on this finger as well. I also did a 1 bead method. I'm going to finish up on this finger, and I'm not putting you guys through filing or designing. I majorly just wanted to discuss the bead methods and how to do them and why you should do them. So once again, if you're a beginner, I'd advise you stick to 3 bead methods and start to work your way all the way from there. But this is it, you guys. After this clip, I'm going to show you guys what my nails looked like after they've been filed, and then also what they looked like after I did put a bit of a design on the nails. Nothing, nothing serious, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was really helpful, you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Stay safe and bye.